and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I have this makeup look. It's kind of like a fresh New Year's Day 2020 makeup look. I wanted to dabble a little bit more with skin. You guys know I love doing skin, but I wanted to do a really bold, bright lip because I feel like I always concentrate on eyes. So I thought this would be a little bit more different. Still feeling a little bit Christmassy but New Year'sy, and it's very glam but natural at the same time. So if you guys want to see how I created this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's start off with a bare face, and then we're going to start off doing a little bit of skincare, like a little bit of a pamper. And one of my 2020 goals is actually to have beautiful, perfect skin that I don't really need to wear makeup if I don't want to. I just really want to take care of it. So I'm going to start off with this product. This is the Yeon Vita 7 Energy Peeling Gel. Super cute. It looks like an orange. I'm going to apply the product with a brush, just kind of avoiding my eye area, my mouth area. We're going to apply it on, let it sit for a minute, and then scrub away. It's just going to help exfoliate the skin and get it looking really smooth once I've scrubbed, and then just going to wipe off that excess so we've got a really nice blank canvas to work with. Let me pop on a little bit of my Technic argan oil because we want to keep the lips hydrated. Okay, now my skin is absolutely screaming for a little bit of moisture and hydration. So I'm going to be using my Glossier. This is the Future Dew Oil Serum Hybrid. I love this. So I'm just going to take about 2 pumps of this and then massage this into my skin to give me not only a glow but a little bit of hydration as well. Because this is heavily skin focused and I want to kind of have the skin looking really natural, effortless, and then it's going to be a bold lip, I do want to add a little bit of luminosity to the skin. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 510. I haven't picked this up in a while, so I'm just going to pop this on the high points of the face and then just use my beauty blender just to blend them into the skin. As you guys can see, that adds a really nice luminosity. I actually love that product. I don't know why I've not picked it up in a while. I'm thinking that I want to get the one up, which will be the 6. The reason being is I think I'd quite like it to wear it as a foundation as well, maybe. That one's a little bit lighter to wear all over. It's more of like a highlighter, but I feel like I've seen people wear it as a foundation, like a really, really light one. But that is that. Let's move on to foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using the illamasqua. This is the skin-based foundation. Love this stuff. It absolutely is amazing. It's really flawless. Very similar to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, if you guys have tried that. I'm in the shade SB13 and the skin match is everything. So I'm going to apply this onto the face, just using my beauty blender again, just bouncing it all over the face for a really nice blank, flawless, airbrushed canvas. Guys, I've said it once and I most definitely will say it more than once. Skin match. The colour match on my foundations. I mean, I work hard and this foundation is something that just kind of blends and melts into my skin. I love it. So for concealer, I'm going to be using, I've not picked this up in a while either. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum in the shade Tan. I'm going to pop a little bit of this underneath my eyes. I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of my Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless in the shade Light Medium Warm Peach. Just to brighten at the same time. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to pop this down at the center of the face and underneath my eyes to brighten them as well. And then we will just blend it all out together. Okay, so now that we are all nicely blended out, if there's something that I've learned over the years about like a bold lip, whether that be a dark, a red, an orange, it is bronzer. I don't know what it is. When your lips are standing out, I feel like I need more bronzer just to kind of create that definition, especially with a red. Else I can look a little bit ashy. There's just something that goes a little bit off when your lip is bold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a throwback. This is the Revolution. It's Pretty Dirty 2 Pro HD Camouflage Concealer Palette. And it's got these darker colours that you can see at the bottom that I've used. So I'm just going to mix a fair few of them. And then I'm going to bronze my skin. So cream bronze my skin around my forehead. We're going to do my temples, my jawline, and also my cheeks as well. And we'll do the size of the nose too. We're going to do this a little bit more on the heavy side. So don't be scared because I feel like it will just balance it out when we do put on our bold lip. Okay, cream bronzer's on. It actually looks fairly natural. It looks a little bit stronger in person. The reason why it looks a little bit more on the greasier side or the wet side is because I actually applied a little bit of my Kryolan makeup blend drops. This just kind of lubricates that product, so it's looking a bit more shiny, but it will dry down matte-ish. The reason being is, have you ever had a cream product where it's like you're tugging at it and it's kind of like dragging. You want it to be more liquidy. If you add these drops on it, these bad boys just help so nicely. It makes anything super creamy as well. Like if you've got a concealer that is a little bit more for the under eyes, say it's like a yellow color, it's for the under eyes and it's tugging at your under eyes, apply the drops and it will just glide over. It will eventually dry in, my skin will soak it up and it will dry down. So our bronzer is on. Let's apply a little bit of setting powder just because I do not want this bad boy to move. That's the last thing I like doing. I hate touching up, especially when it comes up to skin. I don't mind lips, but I don't want to touch anything else up. I am going to be using my Mercier. This is the translucent powder, and I'm going to use like a really fluffy brush. We're just going to dab this in the T-zone and underneath my eyes as well, just to set all these areas in place nicely. Also, a trick that I always do when I use powder, I learned it from Alice on YouTube and Instagram, is when you've got your powder like this, instead of going straight on, this can create like clumpy bits, you know, when you've like got excess powder and it's too much powder. So when you've got the powder like this, just swirl it around in the palm of your hand, get rid of the excess so it is more like this, very nicely dispersed, and then just pat it on. It just means that you don't end up putting too much powder in one selected area and then it can get a little bit cloggy, you know. So we have powdered. Now that we've moved on to powder, let's do a little bit of powder bronzing. I know this is like a double step, but I want to intensify and set the cream bronzer in place as well. We're going to be using a Studio Waterweight powder by MAC in the shade Dark. I'm just going to go over the places that we did cream bronze and then just pat this on just to intensify and also set them areas. I just realised that I didn't cream bronze my nose, so no biggie, I'm just going to do that with powder. I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera because they're the same as the last video and the video before and the video before, and I'll be right back. For eyes, I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty. This is the number 5 Snap Shadow, and just using this beautiful kind of peachy orange in the middle. I'm just going to take this all over the lid, and that is going to be it for the shadow on the eyes. I'm also going to take the same shadow and just smoke out my lower lash line as well. Next for eyes, we're going to be adding a little bit of a winged liner. Now I don't want this to be too short, I don't want it to be hella long, I want it to be somewhere in the middle. And I always get nervous when doing wing liner. I think that's just natural. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Matte Signature Eyeliner to help me just get a really beautiful kind of feline cat eye. I love a wing with a red bold lip. So we're going to try our best and just achieve winged eyeliner. Now that wing liner is on, I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara before the falsies go on. You don't have to. Actually, the more natural your lashes look, the better I feel like this look will look. I'm just going to use a little bit of Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. I'm almost out. I need to get another one. We're just going to coat the lashes. For lashes, you want something super simple. So you've got like Ardell double wispies or just the natural wispies. You've got Tatti lashes with Molly May, you've got them as well. I was going to use them, but I feel like these are a little bit more my vibe. These are the Tatti Lashes 3D Luxury Mink TL9s. So they're very natural, they're very wispy, and I just kind of want like a little bit of a flick at the end. So I'm just going to pop these bad boys on. Now that lashes are on and you can see they're super natural, we're going to add a little bit of a blusher. I'm going to use Nars's Hustle Cheek Palette, and I'm going to take the 2 bottom colours, just mix them together and apply them to my cheek. As you can see, blusher is something that I love, and I don't mind popping on a little bit extra just because I feel like it looks super, there's something about it, it just adds a little bit of colour to the face. Now for highlighter, I'm going to use Bobbi Brown's Golden Hour, and we're just going to highlight the tops of the cheekbones mainly, and the bridge of the nose and the cupid's bow and the tip of the nose as well. That was the first time I used that highlighter and it is banging. It's so nice. It's everything I look for in a highlighter. There's no glittery bits, there's a little bit of shine. And then I'll just go over with that bronzer brush, just kind of like pat everything down. Guys, I almost forgot. Bottom lash mascara. I don't even know how I forgot it. How did I forget that? I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. Now for lips, let's go bold bright. I am gonna use Mercier. This is, I believe it's Ruby, yeah, the lip pencil in Ruby. I'm just gonna line my lips. I want them to look beautiful, plump. I want them to be the star of the show, so we're just gonna line them with this lip liner. I always find that I struggle with lining my lips or doing my lips. The only reason being, especially just not even doing nudes, I'm fine with doing nudes, but when it comes to bold lips, because my lips are uneven, I've always thought about whether to get them evened out. I don't want to really dabble in that, but if you see my lips closely, if I don't correct it, there's one side that is a lot kind of thinner than the other, so I've got to go onto the skin to match it up, and it's kind of the same with the top as well, so I always really struggle with that. Anyways, moving on to the lipstick of choice, I'm going to be using the Smashbox. This is the Always On Liquid Lipstick Rouge in Bawse, so I'm going to pop this on. Now that is done, I have just blotted my lip. I always find this helps so much because it doesn't get it looking kind of clammy. You know, when you've got too many layers of like liquid lipstick and they start crumbling. Just going to stop all that. And on top, I'm going to go above that with the Colourpop Lippie Sticks in the shade Chi Chi Matte, which is kind of like a red, but it's got a little bit more of an orange tone to it. So I'm just going to pop that over the top. I'm also spraying a little bit of my L'Oreal Elnett hairspray onto my Larry King brush. I'm just going to tame up my baby hairs too. And that, guys, is it for this makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I actually love it. It's making me fall more and more in love with bold lips. Let me know what you think of the lip colour down below. Should I have switched it up? What other colours do you like? Let me know so I can kind of like try and dabble in lip colours, because I feel like I always do eyes. Let me know what your favourite colour is on the lips down below. And that is it. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, and yeah, I was going to say another social handle, but there's no other one. Just make sure you follow me on Instagram because I do upload there hourly on stories, and every single day there's daily content. There's a new video there for you guys, so you can keep up to date with me very fast and quick. Message me, DM me, get involved on my Instagram, and let's have a chat there. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.